See this problem. Careful measurement of the electric field at the surface of a black box indicates that the net outward flux through the surface of the box is 8 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton meter square per coulomb. What is the net charge inside the box? If the net outward flux through the surface of the box were 0, could you conclude that there were no charges inside the box? Why or why not? Our motive is, so assume that there is a black box like this. So some charge exists inside that box. So due to this, you have some flux around it. We need to find out the charge which is inside that black box by using the flux. And one more question is there. So if the net flux about the charge is 0, then can we say the charge exists inside the body or not? Why or why not? These two we need to explain. Now coming to the investigation part, the flux phi is given, that is 8.0 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton meter square per coulomb, and I am considering epsilon naught, which is permittivity of free space, that is equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 Coulomb square per Newton meter square. Now come to the resolving part. The flux about a charge q is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times of the charge. By epsilon naught times that of the charge q. So from this, the charge q is equal to phi into epsilon naught, that is equal to phi is 8 into 10 to the power of 3 and epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. So it will come nearly 8 8s are 64. So you have another component after decimal. So it might be 70 nearly into 10 to the power of minus 9 coulomb. So this much charge exists in that black box. And one more conceptual question is, if the net outward flux through the surface of the box were 0, could you conclude that there were no charges inside the box? It's not like no charges inside the box. So I am considering a negative charged body and a positive charged body which are having same charge, and I am considering this as a system. So due to negative charge, so there exists an incoming flux, and due to positive charge there exists a outgoing flux like this. Because of charge is same for those two charges, the flux also will be same and the net flux will become 0. Though the net flux becomes 0, so the system have two type of charges. So this statement is wrong, like if net outward flux through the surface of the box were 0, could you conclude that there were no charges inside the box? Why or why not? So the conclusion is there exists the charge even though the net flux is 0.